Today I'm making little potato effigies of the wealthy elite who just don't seem to be facing enough consequences, in my opinion. I'm over it, you're over it. Let's do some kitchen magic.
I call upon the east and air, the elements of mind, will, the feeling of guides, the elements of grace, we ask for your resilience, we ask for your depth, no matter the terrain. Hail, and welcome.
I'm using root vegetables for the body, onions for the head, potatoes for the torso, and carrots for the arms and legs. I really enjoyed stabbing these little X's into their eyes and giving them a little frowny face. Foods that grow underground are usually associated with the gods of the underworld. Using all the root veggies, and garlic, which is associated with Hecate, I'm trying to give the spell a nice foundation. I want to return power to the earth and the hands that tend it. We all return to the earth eventually. It is the great equalizer beyond wealth and power. Roast the potatoes and onions first with olive oil and salt. Bake for 1 hour at 400 degrees. While those thoroughly roast, I can start on the filling. I'm making picadillo, which is very easy to make in one pan, but feel free to use whatever filling you'd like that would make the most sense for your taste, diet, and budget. Any savory filling will do. You could use ground meat like me, or you could use lentils for a more veggie-friendly option. Picadillo is typically used for stuffed peppers, and I wanted a dish that was simple but had a little spice to it. I think a lot about how many hands, specifically immigrant hands, have worked to bring these ingredients to my table. How many hands have suffered to enrich the luxurious lives of the wealthy? They gorge themselves on the fruits of our labor and shame us for asking to have our basic needs met. Channeling your rage productively can be both cathartic and inspirational. Baneful magic, or hexes, get a bad reputation. Stress is energy. Anger is energy. This type of magic has been practiced for centuries as a way to reclaim your power from those who wish you harm. Peppers are associated with Mars, the god of war. Spicy peppers are used in spell work to accelerate magic and remove obstacles. I want my little potato billionaires to be as stuffed and full as possible. I want them to feel this curse inside their gut. Like the end of their reign is inevitable and they can feel it coming. Billionaires love to feast on the exploitation of others, and even on the downfall of their own. Their selfishness only cares about self-preservation. The parasite class is the epitome of greed and gluttony, and that's just what we know as public. Secrets aren't so easily buried under the smoke and mirrors of politics anymore. Now that the potatoes have softened, it's time to assemble these f***ers. Cut an oval-shaped hole in each one, and scoop out their insides. Put the excess into a bowl. I used butter and a little bit of milk, salt and pepper, garlic powder, however you make mashed potatoes. Fill the bellies with your filling, making sure they're nice and stuffed. Then you're going to top off with your mashed potatoes and put the arms and legs on. If you're like me and want to be a little bit extra with the details, you can add some more defining characteristics. You don't need to get too specific, it's just a caricature of the obscenely wealthy. You could keep it vague and target the oligarchy class as a whole, or use a more public figure as a representative. Now that they've been thoroughly roasted, I think it's time for that curse. To the inheritors of the empire, the elected harbingers of the fall, the Lord of the Underworld returns with the gods of the sea and sky to America's historical reckoning. The old systems are dying, and a new one is being born. May your egos feast upon each other's downfall, and the fruits of your labor grow mold to seed the rot that will nourish the garden of revolution to flourish. May your wealth evaporate as quickly as you have stolen it for yourselves. The wheel of fortune is turning on the age of imperialism once more. As we face the consequences of building on stolen land with stolen labor, the blood spilled for your own enrichment will be paid for in your legacy and pride. May your manufactured idols become effigies of a mistake best forgotten. shamefully discarded along with your ideology of hate and division. The new world is being born as you shepherd the end of a dying era. It is as inevitable as your reign and as predictable as your fall. May your end be met with thunderous applause.